I am the Supreme Patriarch.
In today's episode, we'll talk about the typical ranks of a wizard in the many imperial colleges. These can vary depending on the college itself, but there are some common informal terms that tie them together. The apprentice wizard is a catch-all term for all levels of initiation, from apprentices to floor scrubbers. They're in the process of learning their craft and have not yet selected an order. They're also called drudges, hopefuls, apprentices, senior apprentices, novices, and most commonly, you there! The journeyman wizard are those who have been initiated into their chosen order. They learn the rudiments of arcane lore, but lack the skill to cast the spells safely. The next level is the master wizard. These are those who have mastered the essentials and developed the means to cast most, if not all, of the spells in their lore. After the master wizard is the wizard lord, the most skilled and learned wizard. They are also known as magisters, lords, or masters. The leader of an order in the college is called the patriarch. The only rank above that would be the Supreme Patriarch, who gets to rule the college for 8 years, and you know who is the current one right now. He's been telling you that for quite some time. Now it's time for us to go on a quest to get every artifact that belongs to Gelt. Now that we're back in here, it's time for everyone to head back to either Mousillon or Solland. We've got a war to fight. The undead are still around. After we beat the undead, we can decide on where we want to go after that. We do have a few quest battles to handle. Now, Gelt, you've got to go to Altdorf, don't you? That is very much true. Let's go right over here into Altdorf. If we do that now, we can get a new item. There we go, the Staff of Volans. Look at that. Miscast space chance down by 15%, more magic, and a whole bunch of other benefits too. Here's another one. The dwarf lore reveals synergies between alchemy and the manufacture of black powder. With the raw materials and key knowledge in place, Gelt sends word ahead to Altdorf to prepare his laboratories whilst he rides for the capital. Unfortunately, it blew up, but he's all good. Now we just need to move someone over to Weismund. That shouldn't take too long. One more epic item for our team. Who shall we move over? Firelord? Do you want to go? It's a little bit out your way, but let's do it. We'll move right up there. Don't be alarmed by my large army moving into your lands right now. Ah, Jean Furenberg, it's your turn to travel over here. Let's go, my friend. We're heading back. And while we do that, where else do we need to move? Well, I've got one battle to play out, that's true. We could do that on our following turn. For a settlement upgrade, we could upgrade Mousillion. What else do we have? Fort Sol to upgrade? I'll skip that one. We've got another, Akendorf, which I somehow have held on to. We'll take up the grazing pastures. Why not? And I still have some money left. Let's have a look at where I want to dispense with my funds. Ah, here we go, here we go. A proper wall in Gorsel. Sure, we could use that. Before we head into battle, let's move every other army that we have. Nolan, you can upgrade your walls. You don't really need to just yet. And Edward, you have a new skill point to use. We'll put it over into Deadly Onslaught, finally. We'll keep on moving him over to the east. While he's moving over to the east, we have our agent, Erwin Rohr, the personal agent of Gelt, who's moving. And for you, Firelord Hans, let's move right into Weismund, but no further. There we are. Done. So now we have another battle to fight. Cloak of Molten Metal, Ancient Dragon Cave. We'll get a very nice item. Oh yeah, these will be great. It'll make it cheaper for me to cast a Glimmering Robe spell. That's pretty nice. Okay, Hans, let's go back. We need your army to maybe reform a little bit. I could probably afford another army. We'll see what I do. It just takes time to really decide on those very important aspects. Livestock pens, again, more replenishment for all of us. I like that a lot. The more trade goods we gain, the better off we are. So I've been trying to focus on making more money just so I can upgrade even more buildings. My buildings are quite expensive now. Barracks are fine. We'll build up an armory right over here in case we need it in the future. And I've got gold left. And because I have gold left, it's now time to go into battle. We'll go to Marbad's tomb. 800 gold, that's it. Okay, it's a little bit cheaper. It used to be like 1500. Well, Leopold Harkon, you're no Wallach Harkon, idiot.
Curse the gods! This is the wrong location. I can already feel the absence of the amulet. And yet we cannot retreat. The retainers of Marbad, once ally of Sigmar and wielder of Ulfshard, stir in their tombs. We could leave this mess for Todbringer to clear up. After all, this is his province, but alas, Franz would not thank me. Ready your weapons, followers. We need to put down these unliving servants of Marbad once and for all.
It is now time to take on some of the undead that are coming towards us. Gelt and our captain are flying forward. Some spell casting will soften up their ranks. There's Gelt cutting remarks, blazing right through them. Our Luminarch, I mean. There's a final transmutation, further weakening some of their Graveguard and zombies alike. Here they are, beginning to stumble forward towards our formation. But mortars and fire powder will fix all of that. Got a zombie problem. Shoot it in the head. If not the head, blow up the entire body. It's not invulnerable, right? Here's a few more volleys. These Black Knights are being eradicated right now. Let's go look at our formation while they begin to charge in. So we have all of our melee on the front lines in a checkered formation. We have some reserves back there on the back line. All of our ranged units a little bit behind them. We don't need them to be at the very edge because we're fighting undead. They're just moving in. Here's our Fierenberg tank, just kind of holding off a lot of zombies. What can you do if you're a zombie? Oh boy, let me just kind of scratch your paint. Oh well. Ethian von Stahl is over here fighting some Karn Wraiths alone. And here comes another shot from our Luminarch, shooting out and hitting that Vampire Lord, doing some damage to him. By the way, there's a mortar shell. Greetings. Yeah, wrong way to the goth club, kid. Giant bald baby. Alright, let's have a look at what's coming next. So here's my formation right now. We're doing quite well. We're kind of using a few of our reserves to get ready for encroaching enemy reinforcements. Over here, we just have zombies and some spearmen, it seems like. And elsewhere, we have a much larger wave of enemies coming towards us. But again, we're just focused on our battle as it is right now. We're fighting over here a White King. Gelt is cutting him down using his blade. And also cutting remarks too. I feel like Gelt's doing a pretty good job, even though he's being hit by some of that arrow fire. Okay, quite a bit of it actually. We'll have to keep that in mind in the future. Elsewhere is where we have artillery, unfortunately killing a few of our own. But hey, it happens whenever you have explosive friends nearby. Sometimes you just can't keep up. Here's our captain and Ethian von Stahl fighting that Vampire Lord together. Most of the undead are now gone. There's only one Vampire Lord to worry about. Now we get to move back our leadership just a little bit, just so that we can focus on him. Let's zoom out again and see what's happening. Here comes a wave that we're currently fending off right now on the left flank. Who do we have defending right now? The first company of the Golden Line, and also over here, the first Golden Guard. Our great swords and our swordsmen fighting together, holding back a bunch of undead minions. They're doing a damn good job of it too. That's going to be their job right now. There's a nice Searing Doom that just landed right on them. Our Outriders are close by. Our Outriders currently have 152 kills. They were on this flank, just shooting up some undead who were coming at us. And now we have a much larger wave on the way, as I said before. But right now we just need to worry about one area, one location, where our Golden Guard and our Golden Line are fighting together. The soldiery of Gelt is quite exquisite. It's much easier to become attached to living units than undead units. I say that because I have been playing Mousillion. It's hard to go, they're dead. Well, they're already undead. Who cares? No, but you can have an iconic cool group that's known to kill a lot. Or to just like forge some manner of identity is always good too. But there's Gelt now. He's able to fight a little bit in melee. He's at 195 kills right now, 196 and only going up, 198. So while they're coming, we can get ready to attack. Now, the enemy reinforcements who are currently moving through the trees, coming to try to take what is rightfully Gelt's, which is his life. There's a Searing Doom that just kind of fell from the sky. There that goes now. They're moving towards us. We have ranged units. We have artillery. The mortars have been working overtime. There's been a bit of misfiring too, but that usually does happen. Can't always help that. We can rebuild it. We can make it better, hopefully. I just popped back a little bit. Okay, so now we have a net from our Luminarch keeping them still. So just so that we can shoot at a few more of them. Did I say steel? Still. Whatever. You know what's happening. Here comes a few more undead. It's mostly zombies now. There's bodies all over. We've beaten most of them. The mortars are hitting. The infantry is ready. The ranged units have already demolished a great deal of their multitude. They've been limited. They are finite in their number. They are not limitless. If they were, then maybe I would be in trouble, but they are not that. There's another shot from our Luminarch hitting again. Our infantry are still fighting hard. We have more infantry moving in right now, charging in. Our Outriders are moving in from behind, ready to shoot them from behind with their armor-piercing rounds. Here they come. A steady, powerful group. Steingard's Pride. One of the most regaled and loved units here. Here are Sieghelm's veterans, 1st Company, fighting these skeleton warriors. We have won the battle. They're all falling apart right now. It looks like we didn't lose too much. It's time to get another quest battle done. We have more relics to pick up. We won that battle. We lost only 61 men. I mean, it was an army that was completely outclassed. We used our ranged units. We used their spellcasting. We did a great job. Our steam tank, the Fierenberg, is so damaging. Alright, so we did it. As Gelt leads his men beneath the rough stone lintel of the ancient burial mound, the shadows crowd in upon him, dimming even the light emanating from his raised staff. Creeping despair reaves the hearts of the warriors as they descend, tightening his clothes as ominous sounds echo in the gloom. Bone on stone, pitted blade on rusted scabbard. It seems that the loyalty of the buried king's ancient retainers remains firm even in death. And now we need someone to move to Mugrita. As the last echoes of battle dwindle and the silence descends upon the tomb once more, Gelt searches for any sign of the magical amulet. Grave goods there are aplenty, but the amulet is not among them, and even the most rapacious looter amongst the surviving men is strangely reluctant to so much as lay a finger on any of the treasures piled amid the ancient bones. His metallic voice betraying nothing of the frustration he feels, the Supreme Patriarch gives orders to investigate the lead in Estalia. Okay. Erwin, you have a new job. You're going down to Estalia. Enjoy, my friend. Nice vacation. I heard they have rats there. Man-sized rats. Now for you, Gelt, let's put a point over into Sharpshooter. We're going to pick up every single elite thing that we can over here, so we want more ranged damage for our ranged units. And, of course, missile resistance of 15%. That is really, really high. Okay, Gelt, we could actually go back into battle if we wanted to. We could make it challenging and do that. Imperial Dilemma, you say. Hold on, let's have a look at that. What are we going to pick up? 7,000 gold to pick one up? What shall they give me, I wonder? Okay, Defenders of Blackfire Pass. Rally against all of the Chaos Powers. Okay, Vampires. Or we could unite. Holy Wrath, there we go. Plus 10 when fighting against the Midnight Aristocracy. Good job. Now we're a bit stronger when fighting undead.
I serve no master.
Now we just need to go fight that one more battle up north. Now I would like to do it now if I can, largely because I want to move on to the war against all of the undead. There's Helmgard. Oh, you know what? We could get him to go take Helmgard. Yeah. You know what? You've got a job to do, Jean. Before you come back home, you've got to go take Helmgard. They're blocking us here. They're causing more corruption than I would like to deal with. Now, before we do that, hold on. I would like to go into battle once more. Let's have a look at where we need to go. It's going to be right over here. How bad will it be? Okay, more undead. It's Zacharias von Drack. Let's go fight another battle against undead. While we're weakened.
With me, followers, we will descend into Drake-Tooth Hollow, this cave of ill aspect, for within lies an artifact of great power. My arcane talents tell me this place is not unprotected. An ancient, once-dead guardian lies in wait. We must destroy it before we can collect the cave's secrets. You will do this for me. This is a dread task, but my rewards will be great, for I can spin gold from lead. And as the Supreme Patriarch, is there a more powerful ally you can have? Begin your advance, banish the guardians of this place, and think of the rewards you will have once the cloak of molten metal is mine!
Another battle for us to deal with right now. We're trying to get all the artifacts for Gelt as quickly as possible as we try to segue over into the Vampire Wars. It's good practice too, so I know what undead minions are like. It looks like we've got a pretty good grasp of it. Really, the greatest strength we have is their lack of ranged units. I mean, sure, they have spellcasting and whatever else, but so do I. And mine's a little bit better, so let's go look at my formation right now. Infantry all over here. We have our ranged units behind. We have knights on the left flank, sure, but I have my outriders over there. And we've got everything well protected. They can't really do too much. They can charge in, they can move in. We've got a Luminarch now shooting, using a net as well. Gelt is still using spells. Ooh, there goes another Karn Wraith. We're trying to use spells on top of them because they are quite vulnerable to magical damage because they're not vulnerable to physical damage. Not really. Here comes more undead minions right now. Our Fuhrenberg is still holding strong up there on that hill. Ooh, there we go. Knocking back a few of those undead, just like Fuhrenberg would do if he was here. But his kid's here. How about that? A lineage. They've learned about nobility. They've learned how to stand strong. They've learned how to command men from the best of them all. Jean Fuhrenberg, a character who's become a legend. One who has destroyed countless evil foes. Fell bats are now moving in. We're still using mortar shells to destroy our enemies. Let's have a look at the formation right now. A zombie dragon with a vampire lord is coming right in right now. And that's going to be a huge problem for me because fell bats are actually quite damaging and closer to tabletop. They're much more fragile over in the base game, but in closer to tabletop, my god, they could do some damage. But either way, we have a necromancer down below who's still very much alive. He's like, I'm getting out of here. Yeah. Anyway, I have all of our ranged units now hitting the fell bats who are moving in. Oh, he used one of his toxic breath attacks. We're trying to get that vampire lord. He's coming back behind us right now. We'll have to focus everything on him because he's now fighting Gelt in the sky. Well, that's going on the left flank. We had a bunch of knights and dire wolves and fell bats. We're still contending with all of them. The outriders have moved back. We've got some halberds keeping them back too. Let's go look and recognize the company that's currently fighting. First company, Troll Gutters. Over here is where we have all the zombies, but the Fuhrenberg is still fighting and fending them back. Second company, Troll Gutters, are also keeping them back too. They've been doing quite well, and you can see that there's a lot left, but with a Fuhrenberg supporting them, they're going to be okay. There's many undead that have already collapsed since we've been fighting for a very short period of time, but it's been a very deadly battle. That Vampire Lord has already been crushed. It's incredible. I looked away for one moment, and now there's just a splatter of blood on the ground, and he's gone. That Vampire Lord is no more, and it looks like we have largely won the battle. It's over. That battle is now complete. We've gained more gold because of it. We can leave them alone because we killed them off again. Alright, so now I have my Cloak of Molten Metal, reducing missile damage, physical damage, fire damage, adding more melee defense, reducing the chance for enemies to successfully attack me, and also Winds of Magic for my Glittering Robe. Well, that cost has gone down for the base form and the upgraded spell variant too. Now we're stronger than we were before. How about that? It'll only take me about 2 turns to fully heal up. That's not too bad at all. I might not spend that entire time healing, but we shall see. Okay, Artillery Master, we'll put a point into that as well. There we go. So now my artillery deals more damage. They're stronger than they were. They can do so much more in combat. Okay, outside of spending like a little bit of gold, we're pretty much done here. We've done all that we can for this turn. On our following turn, it'll be time to begin the Grand War, the Vampire Wars. Now it's time for us to move into combat. Fire Lord Hans, where shall I bring you? You know what? You're coming down here. We've got to begin fighting now, but you're coming down here. What other buildings can I upgrade? That would increase my cap for great swords. I want that for sure. Over here's more money. We could use more money. You're right about that. The Wasteland. Here we go. 8% more income from those buildings. Not bad at all. The Border Princes are down here. They could use better walls, I suppose. If we're going to keep it, we might as well keep it. There we go. And here's a cattle ranch. Milk and beef from cows, mutton, pork, and goat are all valuable commodities in a hungry nation. And now it is time for the Vampire Wars to begin. Oslin, come on down. Let's go. Martin. I like how his name is Martin. He looks so normal. I could believe that he's related. like blood related to Vlad. He's got a nose for trouble, unlike Vlad, who has no nose. Okay, so we've got a pretty big garrison. I would like to build up some siege towers. I never get to, but we're about to conquer Averheim. I've been waiting for our vampire wars for a very long time. Magister Lubin Siegfried. Let's put a point into the Common Cassandora, making it cheaper and easier to use in battle. And now it's time to go to Helmsgart.
To strengthen the Empire.
Oh, indeed, to strengthen the Empire. Now, that is not a huge garrison by any means. We can easily take that. If it was bigger, then sure, I would fight it out, but it was much smaller than I thought it would be. So now we own Helmgart. Axebite Pass belongs to me. We've gained some potions and a lot of followers. I guess they were all captured. It's only tier 1 now. That's pretty wild. So we'll put a point for now over here into our council to encourage more income from our trade. Okay, at level 18, let's give that over to Artillery Master. There we go. Now my artillery is going to be able to deal more damage. I love doing that. All of my units are buffed up. Oh, we're so much stronger than we were before. That is really incredible. And it's about time for me to use some more of my points. So let's go do that too. There we go. Carl's going to like me a lot more. What about Hochland? Hochland's not a huge fan. I do spend my points. I had one person comment that they thought I didn't because I've got so many. No, I do spend them. I just keep a lot of them stored up. I just wait for the cost to go down. That's why I have so many, right? Because I'm not spending all of them while their cost is inflated. But I will spend some right now. Oh, Valmir loves me. Me and him are best buds. Almbreak, you'll take that. And one more now for Talabicklin? Well, 2 more. There we go. So now I have 5,800. A very easy way to get diplomacy up, or positive diplomacy. Not just diplomacy, but positive. Now we just need to wait for a battle to occur. Either they'll attack or we get to build up our siege tower. We have a choke point battle now. Here we have some mortars right behind some infantry. On the left flank, we have our steam tank, the Fuhrenberg. On the right flank, we have, again, our outriders and other units trying to help them out. It's a pretty large enemy army. We're looking at over 3,000 undead who are currently moving in towards our formation. More are coming too. There's some fell bats who are flapping, being a bit batty. Do we have a shot? Absolutely. If it was any rudimentary army, then maybe not. But because we have Gelt, because we have our captain, there is a chance that we could have a total victory, not just a close victory. Here they come right now. Some mortar shells are hitting these Black Knights. One has already fallen. There's more on the way. I know it. I could see them. But they've already been weakened, and more mortar shells are going to be landing their way. We had a misfiring of one mortar. I can see that now. You can see a bit of the flames from that emplacement. Fellbats tried to attack, but they didn't get very far, did they? They're already falling apart. They have 0 kills as of right now. They might even get 1. I bet the friendly fire is much deadlier. But here comes all of the undead right now. Again, they're being shielded by our mortar emplacements. Each battery is going to score a lot of kills. The Grave Guard are currently moving in. And if we look at it, they have Black Knights too, and more Fellbats on the way right now. So here they come. They're trying to charge in. Here comes one of their leaders, moving right into the fight. Our infantry will have to hold back Martin von Karstein. Martin, the cousin we don't talk about very much. He lives in the basement. Well, then again, that might be a good thing. Okay, he lives in the living room. What a weird vampire. There we are. All his volleys are gonna empty out their numbers quickly. I bet they will. Here comes some magic now. We're still holding back Martin. There's some Golden Hounds of Gehenna currently blitzing right through the formation, weakening them further. Here comes another spell because Gelt can't stop himself. He's got to destroy his enemies with every spell possible. An upgraded Searing Doom knocking down Fellbats from the sky right now as what's left of them is currently charging in. We just had a blast from Gelt's Cutting Remarks. And if we go look over here at our left flank, we just have our steam tank who's offering a few cannon shots in assistance. But the main battle's on the right flank, where our allies are going to need some love and help. We do have our warrior priest, but let me tell you, these enemies are actually doing some damage. If we look at it quickly, you can see how many of my men have already died. But again, I really feel like that's from friendly fire than anything else. But it is hard to avoid friendly fire. You've got to be so mindful of that. Here comes an outcropping of Blood Knights now charging in, or at least moving in. There we go. There's a charge. Now they're moving in. Here comes another shot from that Luminarch. I wonder where it's going to hit. Okay, it didn't really hit at all. Blood Knights are always a pain to fight. Oh, there goes a dead man right now. Oh, wait, no, he's getting back up. Hey, good for you, pal. Another Searing Doom hitting these Karn Wraiths. The goal is to use magic on them because they're quite exposed and vulnerable to magic. Physical attacks are not nearly as deadly. Here comes some more spells over here because, again, Gelt cannot stop. Gelt will not stop. And so we have another Golden Hounds moving right through them, and mortars breaking apart Gristle and Bone and Viscera. On the left flank, we have some ethereal and knightly units now attacking our Fuhrenberg and some infantrymen as well. If we have a look at the company that's currently defending, First Company Troll Gutters, we know who they are. We've got First and Second Company Troll Gutters. We have more infantry moving in. We've got the Golden Guard. We've got our Drakwold Trackers as archers, and Steingard's Pride shooting when they're able to. On the front lines over here, giving their lives, we need to give some credence over here to Second Company Troll Gutters, Second Company Solon's Shields, and of course Ethan von Stahl, who's currently watching over them. And naturally, First Company Golden Steel. Gelt has 178 kills, and we still have more undead moving in, but now that they're weakened, our crossbows and archers are destroying the rest of them. You can't move if you've been penetrated to the ground. Doesn't work like that. Doesn't happen like that. Alright, let's go look over here now. We still have more undead. They don't know what they're doing. They have no idea how to handle me, I feel like. Here's another Golden Hounds. We have a Vampirus who just fell dead. She couldn't handle the shafts of Sigmar. They were too much. It's understandable. Not many can. Alright, over here on the left flank, there's not really too much to worry about. We did lose a lot in that charge. The Troll Gutters killed 50. Our Fuhrenbergers killed 24. We have more enemies on the way right now, so that was a total of nearly 4,000 enemies who have been moving in. But if we watch how many they're losing and how quickly they are losing them, clearly we have the advantage. Another upgraded Searing Doom placed right in the midst of their formation. A Golden Hounds again, breaking apart their ethereal units. A final transmutation to further damage all of them. You can see how many are just falling apart right now as we watch them. They are decomposing at a much faster rate. Oh, it's a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful day to be a Sigmarite. Oh, there we are. Some more volleys falling right on in. I'll have to be mindful. It gets deadly. They're all gone now. We just have to watch out for these. In the future, what I might do, depending on the battle, I might just kind of have them hold fire and just let them fire whenever I tell them to. There's a lot of dead blood dragons here. Well, you know, destroyed blood dragons. Inanimate blood dragons. Ah, a Necrarch. Look at that. A super nerd. You see how many are left right now. It's not very many. If we zoom out and have a look, the Fuhrenberg is charged out. The Fuhrenberg is currently going after some of the undead who are left behind. We can destroy them before they can help out. They can't really get through our steam tank. The Fuhrenberg is too mighty, and we can watch from here as more enemies try to come towards us. We have some who broke through, it looks like, but that's okay. Let's watch them all try to get on through. Oh, they're bringing in a black coach, so we'll need to focus fire on that. You can see how much damage they're already taking. Here comes our captain and Gelt too, all fighting together, going after that black coach and their leader, the Necrarch. Here comes more undead who are trying to move in. We're still using mortar shells to bombard them. We have a few enemies on the front lines right now, but we're holding them back. And over here, that black coach is really the only thing that's left. The Necrarch is gone. The corpse card is gone. With a few more volleys and a few more strikes, it looks like the black coach is gone too. Look at that thing fall apart. Ethan von Stahl came to help out, and now it's done for. Okay. Good work so far. Here comes another Luminarch shot. Hopefully at least hitting a few of them, I would imagine. They're still trying to break through. Oh, there's a kick. There's a few more kicks. Let's kind of zoom out real quick and have a look around here and see what our steam tank is doing. Our steam tank now has 155 kills. It looks like they're falling apart now. The battle's over. They're all just beginning to fall apart. It was too much for all of them. If we look at our Outriders, Steingard's Pride, 247 kills. Our Mortars, let's have a look at our Mortars real quick. We don't really honor them enough, I think. Over here, 163 for the Goblin Exploders. For my other group, the Glittering Gold Boys, 114. So not nearly as much, but it's over. We've won. We won that battle. Man. That was a good one. Martin, you didn't make it. None of your friends did. That was a big army, too. And that was only battle number 1. Return to Elector. Ooh. That's an option. They would like me more. I don't know, man. I don't believe I want to do that. I think I want to take your lands. I mean, I've been wanting to do that for a very long time. I've been wanting Averland, and I've been wanting Sterling. I almost said Averheim, but yeah, Everland. I've been wanting that for a long time. So I now have it. And the Wood Elves are moving down in force. Holy crap, in full force to go take on the Skaven. That's getting wild. We managed to steal an artifact from an enemy. Obsidian Lodestone, 20% magic resistance. Hey, not bad at all. Gelt is now rank 40. Oh, I pity all of you fools. Barak Var. You are doing okay. So now, let's kind of think about what else we can do here. We can continue to conquer Averland. We can take control of all of it. We'll eventually want to take over also Sylvania. All of it. We'll need it. Oh, look at that. Skaven attack Elector's estate. Well, I've got prestige. I've got a lot of it. There we go. Fortunately, we did win. I don't need to fight those out each and every time now. Thankfully, they had a small garrison in that location. Oh, Skaven are raiding on my lands? Or they were. Barak Var's been helping out, even though they hate me a lot. Oh, they really hate me. Okay, rank 40 Gelt. I feel like that battle would have been much harder for anyone but Gelt, because, I mean, we've seen other armies of mine struggle. It's really just because of Gelt that we can shift things in any direction that we want. I could keep that, sure, but I don't really want to. I want to build other things for now. We're not really reducing corruption at the moment. Oh boy. That's a lot of corruption then. Oh, there's so much up here too. In order for me to do well, I'll have to raid and try to reduce corruption even more. I'll need a Temple of Sigmar out here.
I am a soul keeper.
Now. It's time for Jean to move. Right, the Empire took Grungzent. Let them keep it. We get to move on down. Helmgard. Sure, I'll upgrade you. I want you to become a powerful fort, just in case. What does that mean? I don't really know. Just in case. That's all that I do know about that. You never know what might happen, who might turn against you in the future. Okay, Gelt. We can move on. We can go to Grinstadt. We can go to the Moot. I suppose we should finish off what's over here. Oh, but if we do that... we could retake it. How bad is it? Now, you are a wizard. Oh, you're related to someone that we know. Look at that name. Anderson, huh? Oh, God, your lack of nose is killing me. I've got to kill him. It's about time. Alright, before we do that, I wonder, do I have a new seat? I do! Okay, I could give it back to Marius Leidorf, but again, I like to focus my campaigns on one notable person at a time, so we could just build recruit a new person for that role. Trust me, he's got some really bad traits when it comes to maintaining the peace. Yeah, you can use him to attack, but he'll make that province unhappy. He's got a few really awful traits for that. I'll have to show you at some point. But yeah, I think we're going to get an Archlector. An Archlector would be quite suitable for that. Oh, he's a pretty scarred guy. Alright, so we'll need a new person to come up over here. Right now. There'll be a holy man who will get rid of all of the evil here. Grand Hammer of Sigmar, a great buffing unit. There we go. If I gave you Untainted, you would be quite good at that role, but instead I'm going to put a few points over into your commanding skills. There we go, Emperor's Finest. Eventually we'll need to get some flagellants for him. Those would be quite nice. I don't have the capability to recruit those here, but let's get some regiments. Some great swords, rank 7. Okay, those will be nice to have. That'll be a lot of very good infantry groups to use. I can actually get 2 of those, very nice. We'll take some archer regiments. We could also get some artillery. Let's see, what do we have for global recruitment? That would be quite nice. Ooh, these would take a long time. Outriders would be good too. Outriders would be very good to have. Alright, so in Null we have a lot of recruitment, just not for mounted units. To get that, we would probably want to come to Fildorf for one, but we don't have a armory, so that wouldn't even really matter too much. Yeah, all of my recruitment's just kind of spread out right now, just due to the sheer nature of, you know, our conquering and our acquisition of land. So what we could do instead, we could look around. We do have the Stubborn Bulls. They're not cheap at all. I do have... Ooh, Tattersouls. Yeah, take those for sure. We'll just continue to build up his army. There we go. It'll take some time, but we'll get up there. Now for you, Captain Adric Gloomfang, let's put a point into Woundmaker so that you're able to deal more damage. You do not deal a lot of damage as it is. And who knows, we might not even keep that Arch-Elector. It really depends. I really do not like spamming armies. I like to focus on the few that I do have. I can always change up their format later, but we will recruit them. Ooh, here's a big rebel army. Okay, they're going after Migdal Vongol Barak. Karak Hearn is still alive somehow. Okay, let's go into battle now. We need to go take over this location. I will fight this battle out only... Well, we do have Manfred close by. That's true. We should focus on Manfred. Return to Elector. Again, not going to do it. Could do it. Not going to. I wonder if that'll cause issues in our lands. I don't think it will. I think we're okay. A Talisman of Endurance, 15% ward save. That's very powerful. I would like to give it to you. You do have that nice debuff, so never mind. Here's a Potion of Toughness. You usually take a lot of damage in battle. No, I want to focus on fighting Manfred. That was a very easy army, evidently. They were way too low ranked. If they had more Graveguard and more high tier stuff, then sure, I would go fight them. But they didn't really have that. No, they really did not. Okay. Public Order. Sigmarite Dogma. Now we're finally getting rid of some corruption. But there's still a lot for me to go after. I mean, look at that big chunk of land. They own a decent chunk of land that I've got to go take now. We had another Confederation offer from Reikland. They're now our, well, vassal. According to the fluff here, they just now defer to my strategies, which is fair to say. It's like, hey, I've got a really good advisor. I'm going to listen to him when it comes to various aspects of the war. And my God, these armies are insane. 4 Wood Elf armies in one area. I've never seen them actually march out together like that. That's really interesting. Okay, so we made it to Magritta. We just need to go fight for that Amulet of Sea Gold later. More speed, melee defense, magic resistance, a lesser chance for enemies to, well, you know, attack Gelt, and more Untainted. We'll do that later. I don't have time right now. I'm fighting Manfred. I'm fighting his ilk. Okay, so while we're here, we now have rifled barrels. Why don't we pick up mounted weaponry? I do have pistoliers and outriders too, so we'll take it. And while we do that, there we go, Fort Sol. Here's Averheim. Is anyone attacking? No. Grinstad, we'll upgrade you right now because we need to. Night Watch to reduce public order issues. I will do that. Alright, so we do have Aldous von Waldenhof close by. Barak Var has just been settling close by. I feel like one day we're going to have a civil war between all of them, and things won't be easy or nice. Okay, Erwin, you did your job, buddy. Now it's time for you to come on home. Let's bring him home now. I know we have spent a little bit more time on the campaign map, but we've kind of needed to. It's a new war, so there's a lot of decision making to really dwell on. Oh, there's Johan, the guy who helped me out before. He's leveling up quickly. Alright, so I still have a lot of money. I'm still doing fine. I do want, out of money now because of my global recruitment, but I do want to recruit more flagellants. I want like 4. Well, I'll take 1 more group, and that should be good. Who knows what else I'm going to pick up. It really depends on what we're able to unlock. Getting all the buildings you need in one area can be quite a hassle, for sure. Okay, Furenberg, let's bring you down over here through the lands of Stirland. That'll be easier. We want to go to the Moot later. Gelt is close by. It looks like anyone who moves from the Moot or Schwarzschafen would not be able to make it to Grinstad. At least I hope not, because of the rivers. So that means that we can come down here and take Migdal Vongol Barak. A very small enemy rebel army in comparison to what I have. When it comes to just like having to deal with it as a garrison group, that can be quite challenging. Okay, Wiggle Ludenhauer, hello. It's time for me to take over. I'm here. I shall not return it to anyone. It now belongs to me. Vampire Hunter, a new trade for Gelt, +3 to leadership when fighting the undead. And another apprentice wizard, very nice. Yeah, I kind of thought about it, and I want to do a more magical theme. So for now, we have a celestial wizard lord. We don't have a true name or backstory for him yet, but I thought that would be more suitable for our current campaign. Because again, I want to one day play every Elector count, and if I just kind of incorporate all of them into one game, then all of my games would be the same. It would just like end up just me using the same lords over and over and over. So I would rather do what I'm doing now. All right, let's pick up that militiaman for better militia or better units. They'll have 1 higher rank. We'll take a valet as well. And we're bringing in some agents too. Some, well, not some, but a warrior priest and let's see, a witch hunter. A captain would be good too. Yeah, go join him. Not bad. Let's go pick up our Empire captain now. +2 to leadership, not bad. Okay. Wish we had more variation in how they looked, but evidently if you're a captain in the Empire, you have a beard. It's just a rule.
Yes, Graf.
Okay.
I serve no
Fire Lord Hans Weiser. You get to wait here for now. We could have you go to the moot, but we know that you can't handle Manfred. There's no way. It's not going to happen. If he comes to you, then we'll let you fight him, but that's really it. So we've done all that we can right now. We just need to move on to a different area, but look at how much I've conquered now. Solland has grown. We have Averland, Solland, and Visenland. We have northern parts of Bretonia. We have Gorsel. We just need Ardenau. Okay, it's finally time to get a new Elector Count.
Agreed.
Right over here. So what do you get? Plus 5% to your replenishment, plus 20 to growth for all provinces. Okay, Pistoliers and Outriders are cheaper. Good to know. I like that. Mother's Ruin. It's a very good item. That's a good debuff, by the way. My god. One enemy, gotcha. And we also get Missile Cav, so better Pistoliers. The progeny of the great and the good of the Imperial Society, still ready for the long fight. Alright. Not bad. We've got someone new. I'll probably give that to some champion that we have. Our warrior priest or someone else. Yeah, we'll have some new names for them eventually. Hawklin would like to join. Okay, Alderbrand, you can become my vassal too. So we gain more power and more money. If there's any infighting, they could draw me into some manner of war. How much do you even own? You own the Brass Keep and Hergig. Poor Hawklin hasn't really been expanded at all. These poor guys, I really hope one day they get a little bit more land. They get so little. Alright, so some small army came by. It was that old necromancer. He came by and raided Grenstadt. Unfortunately, they lost that auto-resolving. We're about to do a quest battle. Over here, we have a major battle with Bernhof Ratep coming after our good friend, Fire Lord Hans Weiser. We have our Celestial Lord still waiting for all of his units. We still need to recruit some more Flagellants. I want, again, just a pretty solid group of them. I like the idea of having a lot of those. Then I'll probably want some other things to help out. That would be pretty mighty. We haven't really used a lot of our grenade launchers, that's true. Pistoliers would be sufficient because we're about to use a special group of those in there. Hellstorm Rocket Battery, not really too many of those. I could get more Outriders. I mean, that would be fun. If we're hunting undead, then we kind of know what we need. But we'll see. I might even just move him around. It would be cheaper. It would save me gold, but I do have so much gold. But we also get like more veterancy whenever we recruit them traditionally. So that could be an idea. I do like the overall range of all of our crossbows. So I guess we could probably get some crossbows to help out. And then I'll have room for a few more units. I might have to kind of tweak that overall balance. Oh, here we go. A known gunnery school. The gunnery school is a center of excellence where the nation's greatest artillerymen are trained and cannons forged. Very nice. So upkeep will go down, recruit rank will go up. It's a theme that we need to kind of like lean into. A Hellblaster volley gun. Hold on. Before I recruit anything else, we're just going to wait for that. I'm going to build my format probably around that gun because I want one. I love using those guns so much, so I just want to make sure that we have one to use. I don't know where I'll use that army yet. I haven't really decided, but yeah, no, that sounds like fun to me. And we're also going to pick up one Imperial Academy. Okay, research rate up by 10%. Artillery, let's see, +1 for the recruit rank. Oh, captains would be +4, so I could get rid of my captain right now and have him be at a much higher rank than he is right now. That would be good. So let's actually get rid of him. We don't want him for now. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, good war shout. Okay, Furenberg, you're moving in. You won't be able to make it there in time. That's okay. He's on his way. Oh, that's going to be a good battle for someone who isn't really that high leveled yet. Okay. For now, though, let's move over here. I want to be close to Grenstadt so that we can protect it. Migdal Vongo Barak, we can destroy that. We can keep the training field, I suppose. We might as well do that. They're quite happy now that we have control of everything. Visenland, you still have more that you need, but we'll wait to build something new there now that we're upgrading 2 buildings. Yeah, there's the old guy. But I've got the money. I should have the money. Let's go fight a battle. We've got Leopold Harkon to go fight.
Welcome to Estalia, gentlemen. I will not lie. The chances of your survival are small. Some may even turn against your friends as living corpses. But you have my word that I will use my arcane gifts to ensure your bodies are given unto Mor's garden. This is the greatest reward, more than even gold, for the fate of your soul is an eternal concern. Now come, follow me. Strike down the undead that rise against us. Allow me to find this eldritch amulet. I ask not for my own selfish studies, but for the good of the Empire.
Here's another battle right now. The enemy army is already being damaged quite a bit. Gelt is using a final transmutation. The dire wolves are being shot the hell up right now. And a lot of them are already just, again, falling apart. We have another enemy undead army on the way. Leopold Harkon is really fighting the wrong enemy right now. It was a bad idea to come towards us. Let's have a look at our formation real quick so we can go over what we're doing. It's a checkered formation for my infantry. I want to make sure that we can keep all of them still while we shoot at them freely without being damaged. Our outriders are on the right flank. They'll be helping out. Over here is where I have all of my mortars together. I have one group. The First Company Golden Line defending in the woods. We have some dire wolves moving in and a lot of infantry moving in as well. On the front lines, our enemies are already quite damaged, even though we're having to fight their lord and a White King as well. Here comes Gelt casting spells, keeping his men alive by using some glimmering robes, and it looks like the captain has moved in too, so they're all fighting together, taking out this vampire lord. He's not going to be there for much longer, and so we have to worry about some more enemies. Now, these blasted dire wolves moved in, but that's really okay. They're not going to do enough damage in time to eradicate my crew. And what we did over here, a transmutation of lead to limit their melee attack. The enemy lord is now dead. Our outriders are shooting some enemies from behind, already destroying them all. They're at 26 kills, and that'll only go up in time. We have the next wave to worry about. Again, First Company Golden Line holding against a bunch of zombies in the trees. I put them in guard mode, that way they wouldn't move too much. I use guard mode quite a bit because I don't always want people chasing other enemies. In multiplayer, that's usually okay because your enemy isn't buffed up stat-wise. Whenever you're fighting the AI and you're playing on very hard or legendary, they're buffed up. It's how a little poor group of peasants might be able to go toe-to-toe with your swordsmen or even your halberds or sometimes even your greatswords, depending on what's going on. The swordsmen are holding the line. We have our Luminarch using a good net right over here, keeping them quite still. And it looks like we have some more enemies right now that are moving towards us. I keep saying steel instead of still. I have no idea why. Anyway, I blame the dwarf rum. That's all I blame. Anyway, there's a Searing Doom now destroying a few more undead from behind. It's a area of effect spell. It's quite good and quite cheap to use. It's a great way to whittle down their health if you need to do that. If we zoom out real quick and have a look, there's some fell bats moving in. On the right flank, we have some hex wraiths now charging in, and also many black knights who are trying to circle around our formation. We've got infantry moving into position right now from the front lines over to our right flank, keeping them busy. Over here, we're using a transmutation of lead upgraded, reducing their damage by 50%. And their melee attack to 0. So they're quite weak at this point. They can't really do too much. Here comes more Black Knights now charging in at First Company Troll Gutters. We still have Fellbats over here on the left flank right now going after our Steingard's Pride, who has over 100 kills. Over here on the left flank, we've already destroyed all of his undead zombies. They're now gone. If we keep on looking at what's happening right now, there's only some mounted units left. It's a very brief battle. These quest battles here are meant to be tougher at a lower level. We're already veterans. We're way too good. Now we're using a final transmutation, causing these creatures to fall apart. They're done for. The battle is won. It's only some Black Knights left. We had some friendly fire from that Luminarch. Good job, Gelt's cutting remarks. You even took out your own men, and it's over. Okay, the battle's now over. We've won. It was a big fight, and now we have more loot. Right, I didn't read the little bit of fluff. A torrid sun beats down on the troops as they traverse the dusty plains before the Estelian foothills. Strangely enough, the men feel a growing chill in their marrow the closer the ominous peaks come. When the Supreme Patriarch signals a halt before a cleft in a cliff, many hardened veterans can barely master their fear at the waves of freezing enmity emanating from the dark opening. Gelt himself seems unaffected, though, apart from a grim satisfaction that this is surely the tomb he seeks. Again, we have a new artifact, and we're a lot stronger, really. We'll call it here for right now, everyone. Leave a like down below. Look forward to more tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and as always, until then.